Well, good afternoon, my stitchy friends. You have found Needlebug, and we are here for our Hardanger Stitch Along. And today we're going to work on block number 8 and possibly get you started on block number 9. See how it goes. But before we do that today, what I would like to do is I had some viewers who are doing this stitch along who were kind enough to send me some pictures. So I would love for you to see some of their works in progress. So hang on to your hats. Here we go. Wow, weren't they just gorgeous? These folks have done such a fabulous job so far. So I look forward to seeing more progress from these 4 people or anyone else who would like to send progress my way so that we can share it with the rest of the group. I love to see the progress of people and what they're doing. So you guys have all pretty much seen mine. That's why I didn't include it. So today we're going to work on block number 8, which is the center block in the 3rd row. And when I looked at this, I thought, how do I want to tackle this one? You could start in a corner if you so choose to do that. Or you could start in the middle. It really is up to you where you would like to start. Just for kicks and giggles, I'm going to do a middle start and then work my way up to the top. Then that will give you some counting points to work off of. So let's start in. I don't like to put the graph up for a long period of time, but we're going to do this. Okay, so I am going to start with this right here. So as you see, it's just 4 cluster blocks around and then surround it with double cable. Then we can put a few eyelets in, go up and do this double cable, and then that will give you places to work off of to finish the rest. The same way works down to the bottom. So we all remember everything is based on multiples of 4. So if our very center is that dove's eye in the middle, all right, that opening is 4 by 4. So I already have my middle marked, which is here. So to get up to the top of that dove's eye, I'm going to count up 1, 2 threads. So that's going to give me the opening, okay? Because it's going to be 2 underneath from the center, 2 threads from the center, 2 threads on each side of your center line. So now I want to start my block. So to do that, I'm going to count up 4 more. 1, 2, 3, 4. And if you notice, I basted 4 over, 4 under. So that holds out correctly because I am in the middle of the 4 under. Okay. And to start that block, I want to be out 2 threads. So here's 1, 2. So that's going to be my place to start. I'm going to just do this to open that hole a little bit. I'm going to do my away thread. I'm going to come up in this open hole. Okay. Now, I did put this on a scroll fan just because I kind of liken to see how it works, and it may make it easier for demonstrating. That's my whole train of thought where this is concerned. So I'm going to do my 5 satin stitches over 4 threads. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. And remember, we want to bring our needle up. Nope, I missed that hole by 1. Okay, hold on. All right, let's start this over. Okay, away thread here. And we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, here we go. That's 1. And remember, we want to bring our needle up on the top of the block, just like we did when we started. So this is 2. 3 is right on our center line, so we counted correctly. And remember, I basted this with sulky, so remember that you can't split that, so it should pull out easy. 4 and 5. Okay, so now we want to go over here. So we count out 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and again, we're right in the middle of our basting line. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 should bring us right to the middle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 once again brings us right to the middle of our basting line. 1, 2, 3, 4. I normally don't do this as a stick and stab, but this isn't so bad today. 1. Oops. Finger caught on the thread. I hate when that happens. 2. 3. 4 and 5. And let's see, does it match up? Why, yes it does, because remember, every block where it's going to cut needs a twin. that matches up. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And this should come out 2, 3. And remember, you're always coming up on the same side of the block because you want the long stitches in the back. 4 and 5. And now you would flip it over and end off your thread. However, I'm just going to stick my thread over here and end that off a little bit later so that we can move merrily along here. Stick this down here, out of the way. Then the next thing we're going to do is you're going to do the cable stitch, double cable stitch around the outside of this block. Now you want to start that 1, 2, 3, 4 threads up from your middle satin stitch. Okay, let me grab a drink here. My mouth is dry. I'm actually going to go 6 threads up because that will be my top point. Okay, so we're just going to count up our center line. Now this should be easy if you think about this. Since I basted over 4, under 4, over 4, under 4. We know we have 2 threads left right here. So between here and here, we got 2. And this is 4 threads, so we can start right here. Okay, so I'm going to use an away thread. I'm going to come up right here. I'm going to leave a tail. I always end up with lots of little tails to work in when I do these, but that's okay. So I'm going to count over 2 threads. Okay, let's see if I can zoom you just a little bit. There we go. Hopefully that's a little better. Over 2 threads and down 2 threads. Okay. And then I'm going to come up back on my center line over 2 threads. Now again, this is where I normally would sew, but I'm not going to sew on I actually have this on a scroll bar. Okay, so we're going to go 2 down from there and come up in the bottom of that stitch. We're going to go 2 out from the bottom of the previous stitch. Okay, and come up in this one. 1, 2, and come up here. 1, 2, and come up here. 1, 2. Okay, I was going to say I should look at my chart and make sure I'm on track here. Okay, I think I was in the wrong hole. Let me go back. Oh, I did it again. Okay, here we go. Okay, I was right. Okay, come up in the bottom. 1, 2. Come up in the bottom. 1, 2, come up in the bottom, 1, 2, come up in the bottom of this one, 1, 2. Now we're at our center mark again. So we're getting to the center. We're going to need to turn a corner, remember? So we're going to come up in the bottom, go 1, 2, which is our center. Now, do you remember how to turn a corner? We're going to go to here. So we're going to count down 2 from this previous stitch. Go here. And we're going to come up here. And count down 1, 2. So we just switched directions. Okay, and we're going to come up in the bottom. 1, 2. Up in the bottom. And work merrily down that side. So you're going to go around this, set of cluster blocks with this double stitch. Okay, so that gets you started. To do the next, you're going to join your double cables in the points. In this point, and then when you have the point over here, so those in this middle row are going to intersect. They're going to join. Okay? So you just follow your chart and you'll be able to see that. Then, working up to the top, and I think I'm just going to demonstrate this and then remove my threads and do my blocks. Okay? Oops. 1, 2, just so I can get you up to the top. Our eyelet stitch is going to go up 1, 2, 3, 4 threads. Okay, so we're going to go up 4. And I'm going to go over 2 to my left. And I'm going to start my eyelet. Okay. Now, you can do these as half eyelets and then go back and fill them in. Fill in the other half. So you could do your eyelet, work down this way, the top half, work this way, the top half, this way, the top half, turn around and complete the bottom half. And then go the opposite way and do the same thing on that side. You could do that. You could also do them as individual eyelets. You know, by now you guys all know how to do an eyelet. So I don't really need to demonstrate that for you. But what you're going to do is from the top of this double cable stitch to the point of this first eyelet, you're going to go up 4 threads, 2 threads to the left. That is going to be your starting point to do your first eyelet. Okay? So you would go down in the center and then just work your way around like you have done. You all know how to do eyelets and you're going to pull it tight. All right? So once you finish your eyelets, you're going to go up again 1, 2, 4 threads. So let's do the top of this eyelet is going to be right here. I'm going to go up 4 threads, and then I'm going to start another cable. Oops, I think I lost you here. Come join me. Okay, so up 4 threads, you're going to do another cable or a double cable stitch around, and you're going to put your cluster blocks in the openings. So I think with that, you should be able to follow your chart. If you have trouble, don't hesitate. Send me a message. Send me an email. Message me on Facebook or Instagram, and I will get back to you, and we will do whatever it is that we need to do to get you on the right track. As you saw in some of the photos that I showed you already, some people are ahead of this. They have this block done already, and they're working ahead, and that is absolutely fabulous. Some people aren't quite as far, and that is absolutely okay too, because they are making the sampler, and that is a wonderful, wonderful thing. So that will be block 8. Let's just give you a start on block 9. Let me get some thread here. And I don't have block 9 basted, but it's again, a very simple start. Again, I would start in the middle. I mean, when you already have your outlines done, I really think starting in the middle is actually probably the best way to go, because you can be sure that it's going to be centered. So let me go over here and down this. Okay, let's adjust. Okay, and again, we're back to doing all the stitches that you already know how to do. So we're going to find the center, so we know it's 9 threads or 9 blocks by 9 blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, all right. I'm just going to use this and do a quick base down here. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. Just so I can see what's what. Okay, that's 9 by 'This is what you call having too many strings. Okay, we just want to make sure where our center is. Okay, so where they cross is the center. Okay, so let's just scooch up here over a little bit. Sorry to make you dizzy there. Okay, so you have a flower that starts in the center. So again, our center stitch is right here. That center point of the flower is 4 threads by 4 threads in there, and you've done this flower before. So we're going to, I'm going to do one away. And I know that this is my center. And I know that this needs to go up 2 threads to have the space. Okay. And because I like to stitch a different direction, I'm going to go over 2, and then I'm going to start my flower. So it's over 2, over 3, over 4, over 5, and this last one is over 4. Okay, so this is just like the flower you did in the box right above. Okay, same way. Once you have your flower done, then you can go on and do the ships, which will connect to the flower. So there isn't really any counting involved there. And you do 4 of those. In the center here, you're going to do double cable stitch. You already know how to do those. Where your ships meet up here, again, you're going to put some double cable stitches. And then you're going to do cluster blocks in all 4 corners with some eyelets. Once again, all the stitches that you've done before. So you guys got this. You can do it. Absolutely, you can do it. So that should get you 2 more blocks out of the way. And after that, there's only 6 more. And again, you guys can work ahead, because as I said, this is all things you already know. Okay? So work ahead at your leisure. There's no deadline here. All right? I will be back in maybe 2 weeks, and we'll look at where you are, and we'll look at what yet. That's not too Pennsylvania Dutch, isn't it? We'll look at what has to be done yet. Again, if you have questions, please, please, please send me an email, leave it in the comments, whatever, or message me on Facebook Messenger or Instagram, whatever, wherever. I will get back to you as soon as I can, and I will help you as much as I can, and we will get this sampler completed. I may very well, because all of these stitches are stitches that we have done and you know how to do. If you need help with placement, I will absolutely help you do that. I may work ahead a bit, so feel free to do the same. And send me some pictures, please, please, so we can all share in our progress and cheer each other on. And again, thank you to those of you who have sent me pictures. They are awesome. You're doing fabulous, wonderful. I'm so proud of everyone that is participating in this Stitch Along. And if this is your first time doing this craft, wonderful, wonderful, because we need to keep this art alive. It's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful, and we want to pass it on. So, with that, my friends, I hope you have an awesome day. And it's Friday. I hope you have an awesome weekend. Keep stitching, send me your pics, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.